Yes, pleasant good evening to you. Sun is just dipping, as you can see the orange hue reflecting from the cricket scoreboard, and we have the Cayon team and Escrave Newtown United ready to do battle here. Two teams that have, over the years, rekindled their bitter rivalry, and two teams that, in two clubs in St. Kitts Nevis, you would consider clubs with prestige and pedigree. But in recent times, Newtown especially have not been performing so well as a club, and they're yet to pick up any piece of silver here in recent years. So we expect them to perform well tonight. We expect these two teams to perform well tonight. As referee blows his whistle for the start of this battle between Cayon Rockets and Escrave Newtown United. Whistle goes for infringement, and it is going to be against Newtown. Cayon looks to go forward. It's Joy with the ball. Joy looks for Duncan. Good defensive work there by Newtown, heading the ball away. Picked up in midfield. Newtown now looking to go forward. But again, well controlled there. And this ball is played over to Duncan, but now favored the goalkeeper. And you can see clearly that Cayon is looking to find Duncan on the top. And as I said, it promises to be a keen battle between these two teams. In the previous game, we saw a trouncing from Old Road Jets, beating Detby. Detby continues to lose. But here comes Newtown. This could be dangerous for Cayon. Ball is played across the face of the goal, but too close to the goalkeeper. Looking to play the ball across there to Gums. Gums was running down on the right. Unfortunately, he hit too much pace. It was an overrated shot, overrated pass into the box, and the ball went over the byline. So it's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick to Cayon. Cayon in their usual blue. Newtown in their famous red. As the ball is played up front again, headed away, picked up in midfield by Huggins. Huggins, skillful player, looks for Joy. Joy now looks to plunge the ball to the far side on the right. Who's going to get there? Is it Champagne? The ball goes over. Now the whistle goes for an infringement. An infringement against Newtown. So it's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick for Cayon. Let's see who is going to take that free kick for. It's going to be Joy. Joy walks over slowly, picks up the ball. Now he's going to settle it. Referee trying to indicate to the Newtown players that the wall is too close, telling them to get back. They have 5 players inside the box, 6 players now as Huggins joins the cluster of players for Cayon. Ball played inside the box, but not a very good free kick there.
No, not being able to beat the first defender. When you get those positions, your first opportunity your first job should be to play in the players at the back post. But here's Cayon again. Dispossessed. Here comes Newtown with Mitchum. Mitchum trying to find Ian Rumpelake, but he is unsuccessful. Duncan plays it forward to Carty, who's offside. And free kick to Newtown in the defensive half.
Yes, Carty up front for Cayon. They've lost their main striker, Nelson.
Yes, and Carty with big shoes to fill. Some
Very
20,
big shoes indeed.
20 plus goals, almost 30 goals from Vince Nelson last season. Carty yet to get off the mark for Cayon, but
And we see Nelson getting off the mark.
yes, for St. Paul's.
For St. Paul's. It was a powerful shot. Well, he was off the mark before in the previous game. I think it was against Dietbe. And yes, he continued scoring, looking to replicate his tremendous performance in the previous season. But is Cayon now defending?
Yes, here's Keynes for Newtown. Picked off by Duncan. Duncan takes it up in the middle of the park. He's squeezed by two red shirts. Goes back to Melvin Morton in right back for Cayon. He finds Carty. Carty lays it off to Duncan. Duncan goes towards the middle of the pitch, towards Simmons, but Simmons loses it. Won back by Archibald, Vince Archibald. Now with Joey Jeffers. Joey Jeffers trying to play Carty, but Carty is not quick enough. Collected by the goalkeeper for Newtown, Menelik Gums. Actually, Kevin Brown for Newtown. I think there's some mix up with the team sheet, because it says number 16 Kevin Brown is in goal, but I see a number 16 out on the field as well in defensive midfield position, and the goalkeeper wears number 1, and number 1 here says Menelik Gums, and that's not Menelik Gums in goal. So there's some mix up with the team sheets here. But here's Simmons for Cayon, finding Jeffers to Morton with a crossfield ball, trying to find Carty chasing there, picked up by the goalkeeper for Newtown. He looks long, he goes long, but finds Simmons for Cayon, picked up by Huggins. Huggins loses out to Mitchum. Mitchum finding Gums to Mitchum to Gums. Gums loses it. Simmons wins it for Cayon. He plays it over to Champagne. Champagne at the top of the box. He rounds the goalkeeper. Tried to round the goalkeeper rather. He takes a shot, but it's blocked there by the number 13 for Newtown in Maynard, Kilandre Maynard. And Newtown is on the attack here, but
that really should have been the first goal. Champagne took too long to pull the trigger there, and allowed the Newtown defense to come back, and he was blocked in the end. But a very good chance there for Cayon to go 1-0.
Yes, but Newtown winning a free kick there. Winning the free kick through, is that Mitchum? Johannes Mitchum?
Yeah, we'll sort out the team sheet. We've had some problems with the list, so we'll sort it out as we go along. So bear with us. But it's going to be a free kick for Newtown on the far side.
Yes, taken by Kilandre Maynard, cleared by Joel Jeffers for Cayon. Here's Mitchum now with it. He goes all the way back to Anwar Springer. A long ball forward, trying to find the Carey Phipps, but it's cut out by Cayon. Cayon on the move now. Simmons finding Morton playing a long ball, trying to find Duncan, but Duncan loses it. But here's Mitchum for Newtown. His shot goes wide, agonizingly wide for a goal kick.
Well, we don't know if he was going for a shot or a cross, but he pulled that one wide. He really should have gone for that far corner. Unfortunately, he jogged that one wide, and it went over the byline, giving a goal kick. Well, a player is down. The Newtown goalkeeper, he's down. So referee goes up, and there's no indication on the physio. The physio was about to come on. That's Kenny, but Kenny has gone back. But the goalkeeper is still down. Now he gets back up with the score still 0-0 in the 9th minute, and joined here by Bob.
Pleasant good afternoon to one and all as Cayon starts it off again from the right hand side on the flank, cut out neatly by the defender, number 13, Kilandra Maynard. And Champagne is able to beat beyond him, and there's a quick little bit of turning there by Duncan, who tries to free himself, make a quick 1-2. It didn't connect, and then we have a shot come pass.
Yes, we're not so
which
sure.
troubled the goal, which did not trouble the goal whatsoever.
Yes, we're not so sure, Bob, whether he was going for a cross or a shot. It was close to goal, and it was floated in, hung in the air for a while for someone to get onto it. But that was Champagne. Well, here comes Cayon again. Cayon looking good so far going forward. It's Duncan. But Duncan is blocked. But good play there by Newtown. Good tackle.
Newtown now retains possession, sends it back, now trying to come wide to the right. Cut out neatly by Joey. And it's a Newtown throw. Game still 0-0. We're in the 11th minute, first half. Both teams still trying to assert themselves. A bit of a miscommunication there with the back pass, and he nearly caused some problems, but the goalkeeper, Javon Percival, Cayon? No. I'll get the name for you shortly. He's able to clear the danger. There's Cayon now clearing it out from the back with Mr. Shaquem Butler. Long ball. Then we have Champagne now trying to create some space for himself. He finds a cross. It misses the first three players. Duncan tries to get in there, but is cut out by the Newtown defender. Now we have another cross going into the Newtown box, neatly headed away out for a Cayon throw on the left hand side, just 5 yards short of the 18-yard line. Cayon with a throw being taken by Melroy Morton. On to Duncan. Morton with a quick pass, looking for Leon Huggins. Then we have a nice ball sent wide there. And it's a crossing for Cayon. The keeper came out, knocked it away with his glove, got the job done. Not the cleanest of clearances, but it got the job done. And now Newtown on the counter attack. We have a long ball going forward, but it seems a bit too much for the carry Phipps, and Butler clears from the back, try to find Duncan. Duncan looking for Huggins. Huggins gets it intercepted, but it runs to Jeffers. Jeffers comes back looking for Huggins now with a bit more space, and he tries to beat one. He got past one, couldn't get past the second, loses the ball in the middle of the park and sends it forward. And the Newtown now on the counter attack, but there's a halt in, oh no, there was a call for a stoppage in play.
Yes.
But a player is down. So apparently there was some sort of contact with the number 55, Daquan Mills. And he's still under his hunches. He's being helped up now by the referee. No further attention being necessary at this point in time. And from the looks of it, it was a foul called. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Watts?
Well, I'm not sure. Is it going to be about
a fair play?
Yes, yeah. The ball was pushed over the byline by Newtown to get some attention for their player.
Okay.
So
now we have the keeper wisely. Oh my goodness, what a shot! But it was not going to threaten the Cayon goal in any way. Could have, a lot more could have been made of it, but it was a series of errors there. The goalkeeper first trying to control and clear the ball on the volley, and he made a muck of that, and the Newtown player got the ball and tried a shot. Butler now out from the back for Cayon, easily cleared by Mills, and Jeffers now tries to collect it in the midfield looking for Duncan. Duncan comes wide and gets a 1-2, trying to beat now on the left hand side, going down where he's spent most of his time so far. He's Duncan between two players, comes back for Morton. Morton finds Jeffers, gets it again from Jeffers. These are 1-2s here on the left hand side by Cayon, And then we have a midfield battle being won by Dejon Simmons, who turns and sends it right. Who now looks for Devontae Carty, who's playing the striker here, the number 9 striker. Cayon again on another attack, finding Champagne. Champagne going wide, looking for Archibald. Archibald sends a wayward cross, threatening nothing but, in fact, threatening nothing at all because there are no spectators in the stands.
Yeah, wasted chance there for Archibald to get the ball inside the box. He had time, he had space. Unfortunately, using the side foot, the ball is squirting off the inside of his foot and going over the byline. Now a long clearance, not too long, but Gums picked up by Gums, and now Newtown looking to go forward, but ball win by Duncan.
Duncan again battling between 2 players. Ball comes off of him in the end. Conan Gums, he now collects the ball, tries a neat little back heel, looking for Bumpy, but it didn't come off. Duncan now with the ball in the middle. Huggins takes it, turns back, looking for some support, finds it with Jeffers. Jeffers now has a bit of time and space, looks for a big one, not sure who he was trying to find. It looks like Champagne, but it was easily collected by the Newtown defender, sent in the middle now to, and it's collected by McKean Gums, who's chasing Butler now, because again there was another comedy of errors, a bit of a knock around between the 2 players. Morton miscontrols, gives Gums. Gums, however, was closely shadowed by Butler, who now finds some freedom there and looking to break free now with Simmons. Simmons then finds Archibald on the right, then comes back in the middle to Simmons again. Huggins trying to do a little bit of twisting and turning, finds a little space, finds Archibald, who gives another wayward pass, and Huggins had no chance of getting that one. Newtown trying to find some space and get out of their box. Again, the ball won in the midfield by Cayon. Then we have Phipps fighting with Duncan now collects it. Jeffers supporting. Jeffers with a wayward shot. And could have cost the team some speakers there. But at least there's some activity, even if in the stands. Just the fans will know that the balls are getting there because of some inaccurate crosses and shots by the Cayon players so far.
Yes, and Cayon has developed that notorious reputation of getting in good position and not taking the shots. But Joy, this time, China shot, it was a wayward one, but the idea was good, execution was poor, and the score remains 0-0. We are in the 17th minute.
Newtown trying to find Bumpy again, but being one, I think they're playing the spaces around him pretty well. And one midfield battle being won here by Phipps, is it? And then Bumpy collects the ball, but he's surrounded quickly by 2 players. Sends it, tries to release Gums, but Gums is easily trailed by Morton, who then allows the keeper to clear it safely onto out for a throw to Newtown. And Giant Duncan will be trying to take the throw, trying to find Gums. Gums tries a neat little trick to beat Morton, who saves the corner kick, but still offers up a throw, as Keynes will now come and take the throw again. Keynes comes back and finds Mitchum. Mitchum trying to create some space, a back flick to Keynes. In the middle now we're looking at number 16. We have a shot, another shot. This time it will be threatening no one again. Well, there are some spectators on the wall. So, but finally some life found in Newtown in terms of goal mouth action. They won the back foot for the last few minutes. And that shot came from is it Christopher? No. Anwar Springer. Keynes. A judge had been fouled. Keeper now about to caution Calandre Maynard, I am assuming for insubordination. A foul called. Just a brief word. Cayon takes the kick. Jeffers trying to find Archibald wide. Archibald, who hasn't brought his crossing boots today, comes back looking for Champagne, trying to get some help, who gets a nice crossover. Duncan, though, trying to be acrobatic, falls on his rump and quickly turned over to Mitchum. Mitchum trying to release Gums. Gums, again, a bit too much trying to do with the ball. Sometimes simple is best. Nicely intercepted, though. Gums looking for Bumpy, and Bumpy then goes wide now. Excellent little build up here by Newtown. And we have the player now looking for, trying to dribble and looking for a shot when he could have easily put the ball on his left foot and crossed it to, this is the number 9. That's the Carry Phipps. Yeah, wasted opportunity there because he tried to dribble it into the box. And there was a lot of assistance there in the form of Ian Lake, Bumpy as I've been calling him, and even Gums was on this, providing support. We have a wayward pass here, and then trying to find Bumpy again, Mr. Lake, but he miscontrolled, and again, no real danger to Butler, who sends it forward looking for Champagne on the right-hand side. Grumpy. And Champagne now looking for Duncan. Sends it across field. Pass, however, is intercepted. And we have the Newtown defense clearing it. Dequan Mills clearing it out of danger. Nice tackle there by Gums on Jeffers. Throws him down. Much smaller figure, Gums. But he goes out for a throw. And Cayon now with Carty looking for Jeffers, but the ball goes out as the official also calls an offside on Jeffers, whom was caught ball watching at the point in time. And we now have Newtown with the foul kick for the offside call, and this is going to be taken by Mills, Dequan Mills, and Newtown had a little bit of life just now, but otherwise it's been all Cayon in terms of the attacks.
Very much so. And we have got a bit of sorting out in with the list together.
We have a foul called on, it was Mr. Khalifa Liebert was fouled, and Newtown have an opportunity to form sort of attack some 10 yards, 5-10 yards off the 18-yard box. And we have the referee trying to have the little walls set. I'm not certain that he could really threaten the keeper in goal from that distance, but we never know. Protection still being provided. You were saying about the list?
Yes, there's the goalkeeper is Kim Mambama. Here comes the kick for Newtown.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant kick. Very good kick by Rumpy, and a very good save by the Cayon goalkeeper, who was at his full stretch and caught it neatly and was able to create something out of it thereafter. An excellent piece of football there on both sides. Good kick. I was wondering about the distance, but the distance was easy. And then the keeper now made the save look as good as one would want him to.
It really was a good attempt, very good effort indeed.
Yeah.
And goalkeeper had to spring himself to the right and come up with an excellent save in the end. But it looked as though it was going on the far corner. But here comes Cayon.
Easily one now, and then we have Mitchum, who looks for Phipps, who is called for offside. Mitchum was looking for Phipps on the left hand, who made a nice little run on the left hand side. Newtown seeming to find a little bit more rhythm. With Mitchum trying to establish himself.
Yeah, Mitchum is a key player for Newtown, and he'll be looking to influence the game a lot. still, we're coming up to the 25th minute, still goalless.
And it would not be good to say boring necessarily. It's just that in Cayon's case, there's no final pass or final shot that's of any real purchase. And in Newtown's case, they're taking some time to find their rhythm.
Their rhythm, of course. Cayon, as usual, they always look good going up front, always look good with their approach play. But unfortunately, that finishing touch and that final third play has been devoid of any creativity. But referee indicating that's going to be a free kick to Newtown on the far touchline. And we're looking to go forward.
Mills clears it, looking for Keynes. Keynes now has a bit of space between Morton. Miss kick there by Mitchum, and it seems as if it ran up on his hand as well. So it's quickly called for a foul, and Butler will be taking the free kick for Cayon. And Butler going long, trying to find Carty, but there was no one there other than the two Newtown defenders, easily cut out. Bit of interplay between the Newtown defenders, but they lost the ball to Huggins, who now loses the ball again. And Gums has a chance to do something, makes a sensible pass. And now we have Mitchum trying to be freed, but Butler has the longer legs, but he gives it way to Mitchum. Mitchum wins it and loses, allows Newtown to reboot by getting a nice throw. Mitchum looks for Gums. Gums tries another dribble, finds, gets it deflected, and it comes easily for the goalkeeper after he gets a shot, again deflected, or pass, whatever that was intended to be. Quickly, Cayon on the counter-attack with Duncan. Duncan tries 4 step overs and gains 3 yards, shares it eventually, and Morton now collects it. Looks for Champagne from what is a little bit of a positional switch here. I don't know if it's temporary or long term, and the ball is shadowed out by the Newtown defender. Carty tried to do it by himself again. No support there for him, or he could have tried to use Champagne, but he was not necessarily in the best position. Loses it to Newtown. Newtown tries to work it out on the right-hand side here again. Gums with it. Gums looking to try and find Mitchum. Mitchum given a bit of space and time now. Tries to... It goes out eventually, and Butler quickly takes a throw. Fast-paced game, and Jeffers tries to free Carty. Carty trying to power pass Mr. Dequan Mills, but he held him off very, very well. The place restarting again through number 16, Mr. Kevin Brown. Bit of a knock around trying to find Gums, but Morton clears it away on the left-hand side, and it's a throw to Newtown.
It's good quick play there by Morton. Reading the play very well, and although he considered a throwing, it was a smart play to get the ball over the touchline. Oh.
Yes, the game is going quite intense. So you have Butler now who clears it, but it finds Mr. Maynard. Mr. Maynard then gives it away unnecessarily to Duncan. Duncan and Huggins now to Huggins. Huggins now looking for a bit more. Got Champagne in the middle for help. Champagne finds Jeffers, then Jeffers tries to feed back Champagne, but again it's easily cleared by Mills. Morton now looking, finds Butler, who seems to have also switched, or that might only be temporarily, with the number 4, is it? It is. Jeffers looking for a cross, looking to the middle, trying to find Champagne. Champagne gets a nice little flick, still fighting for it, but eventually is cleared by Maynard. But Maynard only finds Duncan, who hits, I don't know what that was, a shot attempt, but it skimmed off the boot. Gums now on the counter, quick pace game, finds Mitchum. Mitchum now looking to try and free Gums. Gums gets a little bit of space and time here. Quick pass looking for Rumpy, but there's no way of getting past Butler, who makes a nice clean cutout. Gums gets it back, finds Mitchum. Mitchum looking to try and free himself of Jeffers now, who has picked him up. And the two of them are cornered by number 4. I'm not seeing number 4. Number 4 is, well, I have number 4 as Malik Hendrickson.
Yes, number 4 for Cayon, Malik Hendrickson. Yes.
It's of course also on the sheet here as the number 10. So yeah,
Yes,
Malik Hendrickson and Champagne now, who's taken up a more central role now, supporting, sends it wide to Huggins. Huggins looking to find Duncan. Duncan now comes forward looking for Huggins again. Huggins now with a bit more time on the ball. And he sends it wide looking for Archibald. Archibald trying to pull a nice cross over, find Champagne, who was not ready for it. The ball deflects off of him and into Newtown's touch. And Newtown then gets a bit more onto the ball, tries to go through Gums, but Gums again tries to thread players that's not there. And we have Carty with a wayward attempt again from some 3-4 yards outside of the 18-yard box that presented no real challenge to goalkeeper Meniliak Gums.
Yes, a bit frustrated there for Cayon, and maybe settling to take those long shots, but really should have done better. And now Newtown with a goal kick, taking shot, and now they're looking to build from the back. We're half an hour gone so far, and we're still 0-0 with this match, Cayon versus Newtown.
Maynard, another wayward pass from that left back position. I mean, we're doing well defensively, but I'm not seeing anything from him on the attacking side of things that's of any real interest to Newtown at this point. Mitchum trying to get, no, that's Lake fighting between Butler and Simmons, and eventually he gets called for the foul. Well, the foul is given. Sends back to Mills. Mills goes back to Gums in goal. Gums comes back to Mills. Nice little pass in there. Mills calmly turns. Finds a lot of space there for number 16, Kevon Brown. Brown then is crowded. Brown fighting with Jeffers. Jeffers, oh my goodness. Nice little nuts, puts Brown on the ground. And you have Mitchum and Mills who supported and finally gets the ball off of Jeffers. Brown remains down.
Yes, Devon Brown stayed down. Devon Brown, the bowler of the goalkeeper. Kimron Brown, he's down. Yes.
But I'm certain that his pride was being hurt more than his foot in that particular instance, because it was a nice little, what you guys call it here, nuts? Salad? Nice little salad there by Joey. Looking for Butler. Butler, too hard a touch to set up the pass, the shot for Carty. And then we have Archibald with a nice shot, but I guess it's something. It's an attempt on goal, a proper attempt on goal, force a goalkeeper to save. And as I said, it's something. Archibald now looking for Jeffers, who has gotten even further up the field. Newtown is retreating closer and closer to the 18-yard box. A wayward tackle there by Brown, who was keen to get his own back, and he gives away a foul kick just about 8 to 10 yards beyond the 18-yard box and closer to the right-hand side facing the goal. And it presents an opportunity for Cayon to try and do something that will force the goalkeeper into action.
Yeah, let's see if Cayon could get something done and bring some real excitement. It has been a bit tense, but no real goal mouth activity. No big talking points so far. But there's a good chance now for Cayon to do something. Champagne and Joey Jeffers, along with Huggins, it looks like. Well, now Huggins is up front.
Butler.
Yeah, Butler is there. Let's see. What Champagne and Joey. It's Champagne.
Wow.
Champagne takes a shot, but a very weak effort there by Champagne. There must have been some confusion in taking the shot.
We were confused in calling what was going on, and they were confused in executing it, so we were not alone. Newtown now trying a counter-attack, coming to find Liebert, who runs himself into the brick wall of Malik Hendrickson. And there's a goal kick to Cayon, and the score remains in the 34th minute, 0-0. It's a scintillating match. Lots of action, but as what's just mentioned, not much, not enough in the mouth of, in the form of
Yes,
goal
yes.
mouth action.
Goalkeepers are not very busy.
No. But we did have one good save from Javan earlier with the free kick from Lake on P. And now we have Champagne again in the midst of the action. Morton finding Champagne. Champagne and trying to beat his defender. That would be number 88. Keynes, however, deflects it off for a throw. Morton comes to the throw. Again, Keynes is in the midst of it there, trying to find Carty, that is. Keynes sends it to Mills. Mills in a lovely clearance to find Mitchum, who is unable to control it on his chest, and sends it out for a Cayon throw. Joey quickly takes the throw, again looking for Carty. Carty now intercepted, and Champagne won it. Then we have Mitchum who finally won it, and Champagne cut through him, and Newtown finds themselves with a little bit of a reprieve as the referee awards them a free kick for an infringement on Champagne, on Mitchum from Champagne. So, still 0-0. Not much to talk about.
No big talking point so far, no contentious call, no save, no, well, there was one big save, no penalty, but as I said, it has been energetic and tense out there so far. Ball goes over the touch line. It's going to be a throw-in for Newtown as Keynes goes over to take the throw-in.
Keynes finds Brong. Brong finds himself with some space, sends it wide to Springer. Springer collects and is looking for his winger there on the left-hand side. That's number 9, Phipps. And Phipps makes a pass and gives it up. Carty ends up winning it. And Joey finds Duncan. Duncan trying to clear himself. Dribble 2. Finds some space to make a pass. Finds Jeffers, but Jeffers was nicely shadowed. And then you have Lake now, who is able to create some space, and nice ball to the right to find Gums. Gums looking to try and beat his defender one-on-one, but Butler has longer legs and capably knocks it away from him. Butler finds Champagne. Champagne and frees up Huggins, who gets awarded, and Huggins bursts past Mills, and unfortunately tried to cut back inside to beat Mills. But here's another set of errors, and there you have Carty. What a shot on goal by Carty, but it came off the underside of the crossbar. The keeper came out to collect the ball, Carty took it off of him, finds himself trying to create some space for himself to get a shot off, and it came off the underside of the crossbar. Now we have Newtown there with Lake trying to find Gums. Miskicked by Morton. Morton now gives Gums a bit more time and space. Gums tries to beat him again, loses the ball to another unnecessary dribble, and it's a Cayon throw as Champagne knocks it off of Keynes. So we had a wow. Yeah, so it was a case where the Newtown player was trying to find his keeper, but wow, what a lovely shot by Carty.
By Carty. Yes,
just a bit too much on it.
The post coming to the rescue of Newtown there, but it was a good attempt by Carty, bringing some excitement.
Maynard with a nice header out for Newtown, but it's won by Cayon, who has Archibald with it. Archibald, unbothered, finds Duncan. Amongst 3 players, Duncan looking to find Huggins, and oh wow, what a play for Huggins. So Simmons have released Simmons, but Simmons miscontrolled it, and he could not get anything on it. Gums again given some space here on the right hand side, but that ball had too much on it from Mitchum, and it goes for a Cayon throw. Both teams trying to use speed and quick passing to create space. Cayon a little bit more successful, just not finishing. Huggins looks with a no-look pass, looking for Carty. Carty bulldozes he bulldozes Keynes to the ground now.
Well, a good burst of speed there by Carty to overtake his man.
Keynes was for something, but he didn't get anything. But Newtown still has the ball. No real danger. Just a lot of effort by Carty. Clearance from the back. Huggins gets a nice ball, but he heads it directly to Brown. Brown looking for Gums in the middle of the park. Gums trying to release Keynes, but there was too much on that ball forward. And it was intercepted by Morton, who then finds Champagne, who then finds Jeffers, who then Duncan now with a very, very acrobatic kick that skimmed off his boot and awkwardly fell for Carty, but it was too much for Carty to control, and it was again won by the Newtown defense.
Oh, that was a very good chance there for Cayon, but poor first touch there by Carty. Had Carty executed the first touch well, he would have gotten that one under control, and it was in behind the defense, and we didn't see any indication that the flag was going up, so that would have been a very good chance, but it's still 0-0 here, and we're fast coming up to the 40th minute. It's now.
There we have a offside call.
Champagne is offside.
Champagne trying to ran too early because he was anticipating a cross from Morton, and
good effort there by Morton to get the ball in behind the defense. Champagne didn't time his run
as
well as he should.
Correct.
And the flag went up and bringing the play to an abrupt halt. But it remains, we're now in the 40th minute, it remains deadlock at 0-0. Let's see if Cayon will do the usual thing and make a blunder and give the lead away, but it's deadlock.
We have Springer sending the ball forward. However, he finds Archibald, and Archibald finds Liebert, but Liebert gives it away, and Huggins is now freeing up Joey, who is running around like a spring chicken out there on the left-hand side, but he's unable to catch the ball. It was won by Keynes, and then Keynes tried to feed Gums, and now we have a quick throw being taken with Champagne trying to get some space there, but Mills was on him quickly, and Mills gets a nice deflection for a throw for Newtown. Mills working really hard in the defense there for Newtown.
Very hard, but poor decision there by Champagne. Champagne really should have turned back and recycled the ball because Huggins was there, and it would have been a better idea instead of trying to go into the box with those players around him. Poor decision there. It's going to be a train to Newtown, close to the corner flag.
Kane try a long throw, finds Morton for Cayon. Cayon, and then Morton tries to find Simmons, but Simmons with an off pass to Duncan. And now we have Lake, who is trying to hope, I guess, that the ball would have beaten Malik Henderson in the goal whilst he was going to goal, but Malik has been pretty sound all night, and he playing the ball there finds Joey, who's all the way over now on the right hand side of the field for Cayon near the defense, doing a lot of midfield box to box work tonight. Joey. Duncan now, his usual battle, looking for Huggins. Oh, what a poor shot by Huggins. I don't think he was anticipating the ball meeting him, but he didn't adjust fast enough. And again, a good opportunity going to waste there for Cayon.
Very good opportunity. Bobby was inside the box, and he should have done much better than that. He should have at least forced a save from the goalkeeper. At least hit the target. That one went way over. Poor technique he showed there. He went ahead of the ball, so he had to go.
It almost seemed like he set up for a pass, but was forced to shoot because of the space he had. And now Newtown sets it off with Keynes with a nice little dribble inside, looking for Brown. Brown, three players around him, finds back Keynes. Keynes, ooh, nice little pull back. Left Champagne in the dust. And Carty, for that matter, looks for Mills. Mills sends it to his defensive partner. Then we have Mitchum, who comes and pokes it into the middle of the park to no one but the Cayon defense. And it's sent back into the Cayon defense, who finds Simmons. Simmons nearly loses it to Mitchum, who then loses it to Lake, and then Lake goes down with a foul. There was a lot of theatrics there, But in the end, it's a foul and a yellow card for Simmons.
Well, Lake is a very experienced player.
Yeah,
And he's not as speedy and as fit as he used to be. So naturally he'll be looking for those free calls, those free kicks. And he would have won a good free kick there.
This one is between the half line, I would think, a little bit more than between the half line and the 18-yard box in the Cayon half of the field. And we have Mitchum taking the indirect free kick. Mitchum goes wide looking for Gums. Gums gets it knocked away. And he finds Huggins. Huggins now trying to release Joey. Joey who tries to knock it around Mills, but Mills acrobatically saves it. Finds Keynes. Keynes finds Mitchum. Mitchum, this is Lake. And Lake loses the ball trying too much. And we have an excellent pass from Joey there to find Champagne. Champagne with acres of space and time. And Champagne wins the penalty. What a piece of defensive errors there. But it was a number of things. The keeper was off of his line. Champagne was released by Joey. Excellent pass by Joey there from the midfield. And Champagne was released. And it's in the 45th minute, the last extra time before the halftime. And the defenders were forced to close in on Champagne, who fakes the shot and then pulls back and is fouled in just inside the 18-yard box. And it's a penalty in the final minute for Cayon.
Watch a time to get a penalty. And watch a time to give yourself a chance to go into the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. And it is Joy, experienced player, Joy, who is going to be taking this free kick as
deservedly so, because Joy was a person who was the architect of releasing Champagne, and he has been all over the field for Cayon so far this first
yes,
half.
he really worked hard and he's been on the offensive side on many occasions. But here is him now against Kimron Brown.
Oh my goodness gracious. What a poor free kick, Joey. Oh my goodness gracious, Joey. We could have done so much more with that. Brown had the easiest of tasks, and he actually releases a counter-attack. What could be a nice goal for Lake. If Lake gets it, oh my goodness. A lovely cross there from the left-hand side, and Rumpy stretch at full stretch, tried to knock it into the back of the Cayon net to the right-hand side, but he just couldn't get enough on it to deflect it toward the Cayon goal. And wow, we had a quick last minute of excitement, and now the referee blows the halftime. The score remains 0-0 with both teams having amazing opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. And there's a lot to talk about in the halftime as we go in 0-0. Cayon versus Newtown.
We were saying that it was eventless at the beginning, but at the end, with a lot of action, we have the post being hit by Newtown. We have a penalty being missed by Cayon, and Newtown almost punishing Cayon at the very end. So we'll be back with you with the halftime talk. Halftime wrap.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caribana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles, and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry, and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable, and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caravana on Liverpool Road Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caravana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
This is the Premier League Live halftime show.
Yes, I nearly left here at Warner Park between Fluff Water and Rockets and SK Newtown United. I'm joined by Essington Watts. A goalless first half, but Cayon should have been in the lead.
Cayon should have been in the lead. If this was a boxing match, for sure, Cayon would have been leading in points. But unfortunately, Cayon, as we've always said, Cayon games must come with a health hazard warning, because Cayon game, they're exciting and they could cause heart attack for their fans. Yes, Cayon missing a penalty, and Carty also hitting the post at one point. And then Newtown had a chance at the end. Number 10 Lake, experienced Lake, had a chance to punish Newtown for the wastefulness up front, but he missed it. But he started out as a helter-skelter game, not too much event to talk about, but in the end we had some big talking points. As I say, a missed penalty, Carty hitting the post for Cayon, and then Lake had a very clear chance to break the deadlock.
Yes, I hadn't just seen the penalty there. It looked slightly outside the box, but referee Ward would have known better, and it's a penalty straight down the middle, and no problems for bounding goal for Newtown. But for both sides, it's a game they will want to win, considering that they haven't had the best of starts to the season.
Very good point. Both teams are really struggling as far as the start is concerned. Teams like St. Peter's, who are at top of the table, Sadlers, who were leading the table for a while, St. Paul's, as you expect, and Garden Hotspurs, they're the teams to watch right now, and they're the teams performing. So Newtown and Cayon, traditional big teams, traditional big club in St. Kitts Nevis, not performing as well as they should, but providing a bit of excitement, especially coming on to the end. As I said, and there was not much goal mouth activity in the first 25 minutes or so, but it came alive coming on to the very end.
Yes, and looking at the statistics here, we see 7 shots for Cayon, 2 on target, 6 shots for Newtown, 1 on target, but nothing really else to speak about. No, not much corners, not much goal mouth action, but the game is there for the taking.
Yes, it's in the balance, can go anywhere. It's really hanging in the balance right now. It can go anywhere. And as we said, Cayon, if it were a boxing match, Cayon would be having the edge right now. Cayon would be having more points. But you don't know who will provide that knockout punch in the second half. So we like you to join us as we see these two traditional rivals battling it out tonight. Let's see who will provide the first knockout punch.
Yes, and with that we'll take a break and come back for second half action.
This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caribana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caribana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caribana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
just have to keep the ball more. We're making too much mistakes in our passing, so we gotta take care of the ball more. You know what I mean? And score the chances when we get it.
So, how do you come out and be better in the second half?
As I tell you, just take care of the ball some more, especially when we're passing. Yeah, we just take care of the ball some more. Because if you have the ball, next team can't score, so you gotta take care of the ball.
And I realize that Young are your number one goalkeeper in the goal. You got defender in the goal, so speak on that.
Yeah, in the yesterday late, we understand the number one goalkeeper had to work and suffer. And our second goalkeeper too, problem is work again. So, you know, we can deprive a man from doing his work. So, you know what I mean, we just gotta go forward. So we choose, you know what I mean, a defender, yes. He goalkeep more than one, so we know he has the ability. So yeah, that's the cause for our choice.
Just about to start the second half with this match. Deadlock at 0-0. Cayon and Newtown, two traditional rivals in St. Kitts Nevis football. And here they are again as we start this half. Ball is tackled up front. It's going to be picked up there. Now looking to go forward. Battling midfield, Duncan. Huggins, back to Huggins. This time the ball is played forward. Whistle goes for infringement, and it still remains 0-0. We had a very interesting first half. It ended with some excitement and, of course, some big talking points as we have Cayon now with the ball looking to go forward, Bob.
Yeah, well, I'm still trying to catch my breath. Cayon, Newtown sharing some last-minute attacking action there. Now we have the kickoff for the second half, and Lake trying to find some forward movement from Gums, but it's easily retrieved by Percival, who then tries to send it wide to Morton. Morton is intercepted by Keynes. Keynes finds Gums again. That link up on the right-hand side for the Newtown team. He goes in the middle looking for Mitchum, who loses the ball, but then it's cleared to the right for Maynard, to the left for Maynard, and what a tackle by Duncan, who nipped the ball off the feet of Maynard and took him with him as he went sliding. Maynard sends a quick throw forward to Liebert. Liebert then tries to find Phipps, and Phipps loses the ball, follows it somewhat. And Champagne now trying to find some space now to give it to Carty. Carty working hard but not getting a lot of action in terms of passes and stuff. Still continuing the work. Comes on the right for Newtown. Another quick counter attack that they build. They're not taking the time in the build up. The ball bounced and Joey took control of it and trying to send the ball forward, I guess, to make up for his woeful penalty miss. And I guess that pass was just as woeful in this instance. But he was doing a lot of good work in the first half, Watts.
Yes, very much so.
Maybe he should have offered the penalty to somebody else, you know, because that penalty, it did not look like he was ready by any means to take it. He tried to fake the goalkeeper. I don't even know what he tried to do, but the goalkeeper stood up, and then when he kicked it, literally dived in.
Very poor penalty kick there by Joey. An experienced player like that really should have done better in a very important game like this.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, get the ball in the back of the net, and then you could think about other things. Anyway, we have Carty now trying to fight with Maynard for it. Maynard wins out this time. Maynard sends it forward, looking for Phipps. Phipps trying to fight through two players, but gets called for a foul, and it's a foul for Cayon. Simmons takes a quick pass, free kick for Archibald. Archibald looking for Duncan. Duncan, a little dribble, a little tingle. Tries to go into the middle now, looking for something. Still has the ball. Duncan now trailed by Brong and Keynes. Try to cut back inside. Brong makes a deflection. Huggins now. Brong tries to take it away from Huggins. Huggins now finds Archibald, who then tries to find Duncan again. Goes back in the defense to the ever-present Malik Hendrickson. Malik tries to send a long one forward, looking for, it seems like, that's Joey. Joey now finds himself in an attacking formation. I guess he might be actually be arguably overcompensating. And now we have Duncan with the ball. Duncan trying to come in the middle again and put it on his left foot, but there is not enough on it to go to carry to Champagne. And now Champagne finds himself chasing after a quick throw by the goalkeeper. Huggins though intercepts the pass to Mitchum. Huggins now looking to try and find Joey again. Joey in the middle turns back away from the goal. Normal strikers instinct will be to turn forward. Joey, however, finds Champagne. Still something in it for Cayon. Champagne loses the ball very weakly, tamely. And now we have Newtown on the counter-attack. Keynes has a lovely through ball forward to Brong, who is onside. Brong tries to beat the keeper. Does Brong from the back of the net? He does! It's Gums. Gums, lovely play forward by Keynes, who released Gums on the right. Gums find all the space and was able to outpace every one of the Cayon defenders and knocks it past Javon Percival into the left-hand corner, and it cushioned itself there, much to the dismay of Cayon, who had the better of the two teams so far in the game.
Oh, that was an absolutely brilliant goal by Gums. He kept his composure, kept his calm, sent the goalkeeper one way, and then pushed the ball past the goalkeeper. It was a beautiful ball indeed. A beautiful build-up and an excellent finish as the ball rolled agonizingly into the goal for Cayon. Cayon, after playing so well, find themselves behind again, 1-0. But it really was a brilliant goal by the youngster Gums to give Newtown the lead.
And watching the replay, there may have been hints of offside in it, but either way, they did pass from Keynes, and the finish from Gums was well beyond their years, because he does look like a young man, and that type of finish was very cool, composed. He allowed the keeper to make the error, and he could dispatch it very nicely. No flair, no power, just made sure it got into the back of the net.
Very much so. Pure placement there, pure precision. Wasn't going for pace. Just as I said, waited for the goalkeeper to make the first move, and then he made the move and got the ball around the goalkeeper, giving Newtown, against the run of play, a 1-0 lead. So here comes Cayon. Can they get the equalizer as soon as possible? They have to look for the equalizer.
No, I'm seeing now Joey back in the defense. I am not certain if he made that positional change. And there we have a nice long ball in terms of the overall team formation, or is it a case where he has been overextending himself to try and compensate for the goal that he missed, the penalty that he missed earlier?
Well, you did make that point before. Maybe he's just overcompensating after missing a penalty. And maybe just trying too hard now to make up for his mistake.
Yeah, and Gums found himself with acres of space when an additional defender may have been helpful.
Yes, that's a very good point, Bob. maybe another another big blunder there by Joey. Because Joey should be protecting just where he is right now.
Yes, I was wondering about that. Based on his position, he's supposed to be protecting
the back four.
The back four.
But Joey,
and that play, however, he was literally in the attacking half of the field,
sacrificing defense, going up to get the go-ahead goal. And
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Now we have a Newtown player who's down on the ground.
He's down.
Yeah, he seems
that doesn't look good at all. He's
breathing and everything else. It doesn't seem. I mean, he gets a little touch from his players. There's no over concern.
Yes, the players doesn't. The players do not
seems like he's winded for that
concerned.
matter. Now one of the players helping him to stretch, maybe a bit of cramp. Maybe a bit of cramp. Yeah.
We did say in the halftime talk that if it was a boxing match, Cayon would have been in front on the score sheet with points, but it is Newtown who delivered the first knockout punch.
Yep.
We're going to see if Cayon could come back.
Respond. Yeah, through taken by Newtown. Mitchum tries to put it in the back of the net, trying to find Lake. Lake knocked away by Percival. Sent back into the middle by Maynard, looking for Lake again, cleared by Butler. And again, ball goes for a throw for Newtown. And no, for Cayon, apologies. So we'll probably taking a deflection on the way over. And Cayon now hoping to try and get one back to put things back on the even table. Joey now in his more natural position, trying to look for found himself in some space, sends it to Butler. Butler looking for Jeffers. Jeffers, again, more control in the game, finds Simmons. Simmons now, again, Newtown a bit more defensive. They're definitely not as adventurous. They're defending now a little bit deeper. And Maynard cuts out, finds Mitchum. Mitchum now again trying to raises his head, opts not to go for Gums and tries to do it on his own, but eventually loses control and loses it to Brown. Tries to beat past Duncan, but it was knocked by Duncan, and Brown goes down in a heap and is awarded a foul.
Well, this is smart play by Newtown. Now that they've delivered the knockout punch, they have Newtown down. They have Cayon down, so they're keeping their foot literally in the throat figuratively, in the throat of Newtown. They're looking to get that goal to double the lead.
Yeah, you're giving Newtown the goal, and you're still giving Newtown the defeat. So, but yes, you're correct. Newtown trying to ensure that there is no leakage in their defense, as well as still ensure that Cayon are kept honest in terms of defense. Now we have Cayon with an attack. Carty finds himself surrounded by three players, Brown included. He shrugs off Brown, comes back into the middle. Carty, lovely ball, but Joey is way offside. Joey decides to leave the ball, and it was chased for a bit there by Huggins, but eventually it was retrieved by the Newtown goalkeeper, Gums.
Well, if you had any doubt that he's overcompensating, that will give you the idea that he's overcompensating, because Joey really is supposed to be protecting the back four, and he's being offside, hunting for that.
And it was not necessarily well. I mean, at this point in time, we don't know what's going on in any team and player's mind. Maybe the coach has given him that. Good.
Maybe he get that license. Maybe he give him the license, my judge.
Oh my! What a shot there! And
the whistle must have gone before.
It's a corner kick to Newtown after a shot was intercepted by, again, the man of the night, Mr. Jeffers, and deflected to a Newtown player who tried a shot and took a deflection on the way out for a corner kick.
Well, corner kick for Newtown. They are with the lead and they are with the momentum right now, forcing Cayon on the back foot. And this is going to be a left-footed in-swinger. And you have... Oh, that's a weak one. Maybe it was planned.
Poor. I don't think it was executed in any way. or fashion the way they wanted. Springer
I said
tried to
maybe-
make something out of it, but
Well, yes, because it looked as though Springer was just trying to get that near
Right
post
back
near
into
post
it,
flick,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
near post flick, get the ball back in, but it didn't execute it as well as they would have liked. So
our first substitution for the night, we have outgoing Canes, Mr. Outgoing Mr. Khalifa Liburd, apologies, and incoming is Mr. Angel Esdale.
Esdale, yeah, that is written
Esdale.
in pencil. This is Esdale.
Yeah.
So Esdale is on.
Throw to Newtown, that was easily collected by
Substitution number 1 is Spring. Newtown United. Leaving number 44, Khalifa Liburd. Entering number 38, Angela Esdale.
58 minutes. Just about the time when coaches would make their changes, coming on to the hour mark. But interestingly, Bob, he's gone up front, so Newtown is looking to double the lead. Esdale, a big man.
target man. Probably trying to take some of the pressure off of Lake.
Oh, yes.
Maybe the next. And we have Liburd trying to find. It looked like Carty, but Carty was sandwiched again by the usual combo of Malik Henderson and Butler. Poor kick out by the goalkeeper. And sent out of bounds.
Well, just below us here, Lake is down.
Oh, okay.
So the whistle goes.
So there's a Mr. Lake.
Yes.
The senior, the veteran, has remained on the ground for a little while, and he's requiring some attention. And out of respect, it was paused. The game was paused.
So while we are waiting the game to restart, Bob will give you an idea what the table is looking like right now. St. Peter's leading the table. They toppled Saddlers who lost against Connery this weekend. Lost a 1-0 against Connery. Well, they were on a very good run. Connery, who have been embroiling some problems off the field. But here, back we start. Now the ball is played across. It was going for a shot. The whistle goes. And it's a corner kick. But goalkeeper did direct that one around the post. But it didn't look like he was going in the goal. But anyway.
There's a bit of rancor. I'm not certain over what it was.
Good, exactly. I was trying to pick up what.
But
it clearly was a corner kick.
There is a corner kick now being given to Cayon, and the ball being sent back out by Jeffers.
We don't know what Newtown is protesting. Let's see, because now it's a Newtown. No, it appears the ball was out when the well, we are confused here. It's going to be a train for Newtown. Interestingly. Baba shot was taken, the ball went over the byline, and it's going to be a train for Newtown. So it must have happened before.
Yeah,
something must have happened before.
Well, they would have had to do something with fair play, I suppose. Maybe they thought that.
Oh yes, that's true. When Lake was down. Yes, that just could have been it.
We have a clearance there by Henderson looking for Duncan, fighting again. Duncan constantly fighting, and he loses out again this time to Jaquan Mills. This young man has been playing extremely well so far for the evening. This Newtown defense has been pretty sturdy. They gave away one penalty, yes, but outside of that, they've been pretty sturdy. You have another substitution now for number 32, and number 32, who is Raheem
Davis.
For Melroy Morton. So you have a change at right back. And Melroy has done a pretty good job. I guess, in fact, I wouldn't even blame him for the goal that was scored, but yes, he maybe could have collapsed a little bit quicker on the passer. But other than that, he's had a pretty good game.
It was a brilliant ball to release Guns, who got behind the defense.
Yeah, it was. And now we have Cayon with a shot on goal, and what a shot on goal by Jeffers again. Jeffers is at it, and it's quite unfortunate for him. I think this time that because it was a well taken shot off his left foot. Now Jeffers takes it from Champagne with off the short corner. Jeffers trying to get around his defender there. Now he sends it to Champagne. Champagne crosses looking for some assistance, and there's a goal! It's a goal on the far post, and it's a reply by Cayon, and I believe it's number 32. That's a substitution.
That's what he's supposed.
Mr. Davis.
He's supposed to touch the ball, and he's
Davis was in the right space at the right time. It took me so long because I didn't recognize the player on the field. But yes, again, I must give credit to Joey. He was there orchestrating. He fought, and it was a good pass by Champagne. He didn't have a nice crossing game a few nights back, but tonight he got one spot on target. And Raheem Davis, the man within his first touch of the game was to put the ball in the back of the net. Excellent by Cayon, and a good reply.
Excellent indeed. The ball was played to the far post. He got up, got over it, and headed it down in their poor fashion, right in the far corner, giving Cayon the equalizer. His first touch of the ball, Bob, and he got the equalizer for Cayon, and you could saw his celebration. He really enjoyed that one.
Oh yes, I would too.
I think he was sent in especially to get the equalizer, and he did it.
Yes.
A good move by George Yellman Isaac, coming up against his former national player, Sadler, but very good play indeed by Cayon. 1-1.
A little bit of an error there in the Newtown defense, but it was cleared up eventually by goalkeeper Gums. Gums makes a long ball forward. Again, Jeff is on the end of it. Having now compensated, let's see how he will play the remainder of the second half. Jeffers, another nuts for the night. That's 2. Oh my goodness, Jeffers has everything in him. The errors, the excitement, the shots on goal. Come on, you name it. Joey is trying to make sure that this game is remembered for his contribution.
Yes, I think, Bob, as we said, as we have been surmising that I think he's gotten the license to go forward more, Bob, and contribute more to the offense. He's normally a defensive midfielder. He normally sits in front of the back four, and this time you see him going forward and contributing much more to Cayon offense.
Ball collected by Phipps. Phipps finds Lake. Finds Maynard, who finds Lake, and then Lake tries to find Phipps. But it was a poor pass by Lake. It comes off the heels of Henderson, and we have a throw for Newtown. Mitchum with the ball in the middle, trying to create a little bit of space, twist and a turn. Mitchum between Huggins and Champagne loses the ball eventually, and we have Simmons who picks it up. You had Mr. Davis bursting going through again on the left hand side, but nobody saw that type of movement. Archibald now lifts his head looking for the pass, and he looks for Davis, who tries to find Duncan. Pass was the best though, intercepted by Keynes, who tries to find Gums, who's kind of faded now. And now we have Simmons trying to release Davis, who's looking to go on the end of another one, but it was calmly taken by goalkeeper Gums in the Newtown goal, and he again releases on the right hand side. So Newtown looking to strike back quickly. A nice little dribble there by Gums on the right hand side. He comes inside now, he beats Butler, finds a bit more space, but a poor release pass to find Phipps, and there was nothing Phipps could have done about it. Chested down though, Maynard sends the ball looking for him again. Gums now skips over it because Henderson had his foot on it, and we have Carty now fighting for it in the middle. Carty's trying. What a ball by Carty, trying to find Davis in the midst of all of those Newtown defenders, but he was eventually squeezed out. And we have Gums now trying to release, but then just finds Simmons. Should have taken his time with that one, but Simmons himself now finds the substitute for Newtown, who tries to release Phipps. It is now that's switched from left to right. Phipps now looking for some support, and he's there with Lake, and Lake knocks it into the chest of Butler. And then we had a final shot by what it seems like Mitchum. Another substitution. Phipps seems like being withdrawn. He hasn't really had the best of games, and he's being replaced by Dejina Roberts. But he worked hard. Not much goal mouth action though for Newtown tonight, and
But Bob, the game is now open up. It's now stretched.
Yeah.
With Cayon getting the equalizer. So it's punch versus counter punch now. And we're just in the final quarter of the game. We're in the final quarter. And let's see who can break the deadlock. He was deadlock at 0-0. And now he's deadlock at 1-1. Let's see who's going to break the deadlock now.
There we have a bit of a midfield battle now. Champagne with a bit of space on the right hand side, trying to do something, but now he's going to be double teamed by two Newtown players. He finds Carty. Carty now looking for Huggins. Huggins now with a shot. It's a twist of a shot. He tried to twist and hit it up with some power, but he got a bit too much under it and it went over the bar, not threatening the goalkeeper at all.
And now the momentum has now switched back to Cayon. So he's really in a roller coaster ride. With Newtown getting the go-ahead goal, they had the momentum. Now Cayon get the equalizer. They have the momentum, and now it's going to be a ding-dong battle. This is a traditional rivalry between these two teams in St. Kitts Nevis football. Cayon and Newtown always battling it out.
Yeah, all this game is missing now is the fans. It has all the necessary entertainment.
Yes. But we hope the fans at home who are watching this live are really enjoying this game. As I said, entertaining stuff now. It's going down to the wire. We're in the last quarter. And it's going down to the wire right now.
We now have a foul called. A bit of a stoppage, so a few stoppages in play. I guess all players would need a breather after that. Throw to Newtown. And Davis tried to head it forward, but he finds Champagne. Champagne looking for Huggins. Huggins finds Duncan. Duncan makes a nice little dribble. Left, right, looking down for Henderson. Henderson crosses, but it connects off of, able to see the shirt number on the player, and we have a tame shot by Champagne to end the attack for Cayon. Goalkeeper Gums now being taken a goal kick, and he comes wide looking for Maynard, who eventually gets fouled by Champagne, and Maynard goes down, and now we have Champagne offering his hand in support and being refused. And now Champagne goes. Good sportsmanship. Kick being played, taken by Springer. Long finds Henderson, who finds Champagne. Henderson and Davis fighting. Maynard now receives an innocuous yellow card out of nowhere. I suspect it must be for his mouth more so than anything else, or it could have been a retaliation on Champagne. Either way, it was unnecessary because he's been having a pretty good game to this point as well too.
Yes, Maynard needlessly giving away a yellow card there, and now it is Cayon with the ball.
Free kick being taken by Malik Hendrickson. However, the referee is going to speak to Maynard one more time, and it will be foolish for him now to put his team under pressure by getting another key card. Hendrickson, poor free kick, sends a long ball that's going to be collected by the goalkeeper Gums in goal, who's a little bit advanced out of the goal. Gums tries to release the substitute, and he gets a nice 1-2 with Mitchum, who tries to send Bumpy. Bumpy looks for David, who wins the ball, and then we have it. That's
and Mr. Joey is in action again.
Joey is everywhere tonight, and then now we have a shot here by Davis, and he slips through the hands of the goalkeeper Gums, and it's in the back of the net. As you said it, you called it, and Mr. Jeffers has again engineered a counter-attack that got Cayon the ball in the back of the net. What a comeback story for Cayon. What a comeback story for Mr. Jeffers. What a comeback story on the whole. This game has been anything but boring since, I guess, the 40th minute, 44th minute of the match.
What a comeback story to be if they go on to win this game. And it was a beautiful ball by Joey, ubiquitous Jerry. He's been all over the field tonight, and that was a wonderful pass. And then he had to take some skills to get past the goalkeeper.
Well, it seemed as if
and it's been announced that we were trying to pick up the score there. It's Raheem Davis, and that's the second goal. So a double for Raheem Davis. So a big move there by George and Isaac to get Raheem Davis onto the field when Newtown was leading 1-0. Now Newtown is leading. Cayon, is leading 2-1. Watch a comeback by Cayon, and they can extend the lead some more. That's a dangerous play there. Referee blows his whistle, and he's going to his pocket. No, he's just going to give him a verbal warning there.
Brown bundled over Carty, and you cannot not acknowledge the flick on from Carty as well that released Davis, because Carty's flick on was just as critical to that goal. But the goalkeeper himself has himself to blame, because that was a shot that you would have expected him to save. Anyway, quick goal kick over to Archibald, though, who finds himself in an offside position. There is Carty. Carty is obviously hungry to find the ball in the back of the net. He actually does so, but it's offside by Archibald on his before the cross. So Cayon, somebody turned on the fires on the Cayon, and they are on all cylinders right now. Newtown have to find a response. Simmons looking for Duncan, who finds himself in the middle of the field now. Davis again with the ball. Davis, is he going for the hat trick? Tries it, but comes up against the defender, Mr. Keynes, I believe it is, if I'm seeing correctly, and comes back out. Newtown finds the ball. Brown gets it. Brown kicks it needlessly to Hendrickson. Hendrickson finds his player this time in the form of Champagne. Champagne now knocks it back, and Hendrickson advances and tries to find a cross for Carty or Davis, but neither of them could find it. Hendrickson retreats back to his position. We now have Newtown on the attack on the right-hand side and their side of the field. Mitchum with a flick on to find Gums. Gums, a neat little beat, finds back Mitchum. Mitchum now trying to find someone in open space, looking for Davis. Davis was deflected by Champagne, and Davis gets it. Davis now sends it middle, looking for number 38, that is Esdale. Esdale knocking around, it finds its way to Carty. Carty slows it down. Now Duncan has it, pulls it back. Duncan looking for Huggins. Huggins finds back Duncan. 1-2 again. They're killing them with these 1-2s. And there we go. Duncan finding Champagne. Poor control by Champagne, and turns the ball over to Newtown.
Yeah, poor first touch there by Champagne, but very good football by Cayon. They have Newtown on the ropes right now and looking to deliver the final knockout punch. They're leading this encounter 2-1. The whistle goes, and referee is getting some attention to a player who is down, a Newtown player who is down.
Maynard down again without any real contact this time, so I think if this is serious, probably cramp or something, then they may eventually be forced to substitute him.
But Cayon, really, Bob, they have atoned themselves after their fans have been complaining that they dominate games and don't win. But this time they're in a good position to win this game. A good comeback, but it was a very tight game. But as I said, it's been seesawing from one team to the next, having a roller coaster. But I think it's up now for the seesaw is up now for Cayon, and they may just go on. They have another 40 minutes, Bob. They may just go on and win this encounter.
I'll tell you what, though. If you were to at this point choose a man of the match, we would have a real difficulty. I'm sure our fellow commentator, Mr. Al Edwards, would have had a problem. But I mean, Davis has come and literally turned the game.
Scored 2 goals, yes.
Yeah, within a matter of 3 to 4 minutes.
But Joey has performed offensively and defensively.
So I mean, I wonder where the debate would have fallen had he been here tonight now as to who would have gotten man of the match. You know?
Yeah.
Especially given the fact that Cayon have not been able to convert their chances, and that has been their main criticism so far for the season.
They create chances, they look good going in front, but
don't put it away, and now you have a player who comes on and changes a game because he's putting away those chances.
That was a big game changer. Yeah. Big game changer. A big move by George and Isaac to bring on Raheem Davis, and he turned this game upside down. And as I said, Newtown is now on the ropes.
There's a lot of time still to respond. Over 12 minutes again in the game. 12 minutes and some 45 seconds.
Cayon delivered the first knockout punch. Had Cayon on the floor. They got back up. And now they're punching Newtown on the ropes. And here is Cayon.
Hendrickson finds Duncan, who miscontrols. Duncan loses it to eventually Mitchum. Mitchum now finds Gums in a more central. Passes it back to his keeper, Javan. Javan Percival. Percival looks forward, trying to find. It would seem like it was. There we have a shot from Rumpy, because there was a bit of miscommunication between the Cayon players and they lost control. And then we had a shot from Rumpy who tried to create some self. Hendrickson now trying to force the ball forward. Hendrickson with a long ball forward looking for Davis again, but this time the keeper is far enough out that he can easily collect it without any pressure. Carty tries to advance on Springer, and he loses it out. Springer, it was Springer, yep, it was. Springer and Carty fighting for it. Carty wins it. Carty and Springer have been battling all night. You have Duncan. Duncan with a dribble. And then it's cleared eventually by Brown. Brown finds Mitchum, who doesn't take a proper pass. It didn't get Gums. Turned by Huggins in the middle there. Huggins, however, finds Simmons. Simmons goes back to Jeffers, who has now retreated to defend his 1-goal lead. And I did realize that Hendrickson had pulled wide right, but it seems as if they've gone to a back four now with Joey playing last stop.
Yes, Joey.
Oh my, what a horrible tackle, and it's a red card?
No, it's a yellow card. Well, is it 2 yellow?
No, it's a red. That card looks.
Well, he went into his back pocket.
It's a red. It's a red. The Gino Roberts, who just came on, and he wasn't having a bad game.
Well,
oh, what a poor challenge! I think it was lucky that Champagne didn't get catch more seriously, and. Roberts apologizes to all the players involved.
That's good. That's very good. He apologizes. You know he made a mistake.
Yeah.
He must have experienced a rush of blood.
It can happen.
The youngster.
It
could happen.
You come on, you were up, then you're down 2-1, but oh boy, poor challenge. And it would be doubtful if Champagne could continue in this game, if not unfortunate. But Newtown now have an even greater challenge now.
Yes, they have a 1-0 disadvantage and they have a one-man disadvantage.
A 1-goal disadvantage.
So difficult to come back. As I said, they're on the ropes with Cayon bobbing and weaving. And you look down, you see George Yellman Isaacs there. He's still giving some last-minute instructions to his players. George Yellman Isaac, a former national player, experienced player, and his counterpart is Sadler, Keithroy Sadler, another national player, former national player. Both would have played for the national team at the same time.
Someone takes the free kick for Cayon. Davis finds it. Davis again trying to create some space to try and get a shot on goal. He badly wants his hat trick, and then Joey now trying to make sure he ensures his man of the match credentials are secure. Joey again playing defender now, trying to take it away from Gums. Gums finds a little bit of room to find Rumpy, but Rumpy, whoa, what a pass by Rumpy. Rumpy finds Mitchum. Mitchum battling alone versus Archibald. Oh, it gives it away to Simmons. Simmons finds Duncan, who is retreated somewhat, and now finds Joey. And Joey now trying to find the true ball to go through to Davis again. My goodness, these two guys. This game certainly has sparked to life in the 44th minute, and it has not slowed down since. And now we have a bit of an interchange between both teams in the midfield, with Newtown right now coming out on top. And Esdale has dropped a little deeper, allowing Newtown to have a little in the numbers in the middle. Rumpino trying to find Mitchum, who seems to have now taken a more advanced position, given Mitchum looking for Gums. Gums trying to control, and that may have cost him the opportunity to shoot it on goal. But again, Newtown have not laid down and just accepted their fate. They are fighting back.
Yes, Bob, and I was just about to make the point that this is not the vintage team of the 70s and 80s and 90s from Newtown, but this Newtown club have the same mindset. Never say die. And they had a perfect chance there, but poor first touch by Gums. Poor first touch by Gums, but here is Esdell.
Well, I think he wanted to pull it down, but I don't think it was the wisest decision to pull it down because he did not have the time he thought he would have had to take a proper shot. Time and space. Cayon, however, retrieves the ball in the middle of the park. There's a lot less Newtown bodies there, it looks like now. Carty finds himself in some space. Carty now, a waste of a shot, pulled wide. Not what.
Yes, poor decision there by Carty. Very poor decision at all. The shot wasn't on at all, and he was at some distance out, and he was at a very tight angle, and he really should not go on for that shot, especially considering that he had options to his left. He had options to his left, and really should have passed the ball to the far post, but went for the shot, and it went wide.
Substitution, 2 players here. Champagne had to come off, and Robinson coming on in this instance. And then we also had the substitution of the number 13 for Newtown, Calandre Maynard, who had been struggling a little bit. And on in his I saw it in number 15, but I guess I'll have to wait to see what number came on in his stead.
But it's not over as yet. As I said, Newtown can still salvage a point from this game. Remember, they are playing with a man down and they are goal down. But you don't write off Newtown. It is not the vintage team, but you still just can't write off this Newtown team. They have the same mindset. There is fight to the very end.
Yes, yes. Now we have Robinson, who just came on. Robinson trying to find Davis now. Davis with a little bit, it was quickly stuffed out, and thankfully stuffed out by Keynes. But Davis is intent on scoring again, and you have a corner kick now to Cayon, whom are trying to use their man advantage to a good effect and put the final nail in the coffin, as it were.
Yes, this will surely seal the deal. This will be the knockout punch. I don't think Newtown will get back up from this one. They'll stay on the floor. And they'll stay on the floor for the count, but it's Newtown. Can they salvage something from this? Can it go down to the wire? Are we going to have some late minute drama? Whistle goes, Bob. So infringement against Cayon. So it's going to be a free kick for Newtown. Very close to the center line. Very close to the halfway line. Let's see if Newtown can come up with something, Bob.
Yeah, this is certainly not how I'm certain they would have scripted this game tonight. And they now find themselves a man down and trying to get a goal in the back of the net to salvage an equalizer. Trying to find Lake, easily taken by Percival. A bit too much on the ball and too close to the goalkeeper, and Percival puts that one away.
Very much so.
Finds Jeffers, who demands the ball again, but it was a poor throw by Percival. Jeffers in the midst of the trouble again. Percival takes the ball, knocks it long, trying to find Duncan. Duncan sends it wide for Archibald. Archibald comes into the middle, looking for Huggins. Huggins looks for Simmons. Simmons finds a bit more space to give it to Davis, who was retreated, but a poor pass from Davis to release Robinson, and it was cut out by Maynard's replacement, which is Isaac. But Isaac sends the ball middle, looking for Esdale, but Esdale with a poor whatever he was trying to do, and the ball went for a goal kick for Cayon.
That's a very poor decision by Esdale there. Don't know what he was trying to do, but it started out as a very good build-up by Newtown after winning the ball back. But then we don't know if he was going for goal or he was trying to release the player. But in the end, he did neither. The ball went wastefully over the byline. Referee.
Referee seems to be engaging in a bit of a discussion with some of the players, especially Isaac, who just came on for Newtown. Jeffers, long ball forward. Trying to find Archibald, but it is guided out by Mr. Mills. He's had a much quieter second half. Mills now with the ball again, finds a little handball there by Duncan after putting some pressure on Keynes in the left, in the Newtown right defensive part of the field. However, a good kick by Mills finds Mitchum. Mitchum dribbles, finds Esdale. Esdale finds Comes in an open position, and it's a free kick given as Esdale connected onto the hand of Joey and is awarded to be a handball. So Newtown is afforded a stoppage of play, free kick in a dangerous position, and could possibly capitalize on it now.
Could possibly indeed. And this will add some drama, some late minute drama to this game, which has really produced some big talking points so far. This would be a remarkable comeback from Cayon if they were to maintain the scoreline, but they have to protect this free kick from a dangerous position, and Newtown have some 7 players inside the box. Let's see if Newtown can produce some last minute drama.
Mitchum over the ball. Number of players in the box, as you mentioned, about 6 of them. Free kick taken by Mitchum. Gums, feeble header, retrieved again. Duncan clears it from off the legs of Lake. Duncan now finds himself in a lot of space, so it's a foot race now between Duncan. Now Duncan tries to find Robinson, but a sliding tackle by Mills, who then finds Huggins. Huggins now going wide for Mr. Davis, man of the minute, man of the hour. Davis now pulls Mills wide, then tries to protect the ball, but Mills is going to be in his skin, as will be Gums in a short space of time. Now Gums wins the ball. Excellent defending and coming back by Gums. Gums then finds, is retreating Mitchum. Mitchum goes back to Mills, taking the time now, trying to build up something of substance, but it's sent outside by Mills, and it's a throw for Cayon. Quickly taken by Archibald. Archibald throws it for Butler. Butler sends it forward, collected by Davis. Davis sends it back, finds Huggins. Huggins finds Simmons in the middle, who goes back to Huggins. A bit of a 1-2 there again. Now it's sent wide because there's not many bodies. Hendrickson finds himself in acres of space, as is Robinson. A quick turn. Robinson now tries a quick pass into the middle, looking for Carty. Carty now has the ball deflected away by Springer. Springer finds Gums. Gums chastising Lake, sending Lake forward, looking for Mitchum now. Mitchum trying to do something from the right-hand side. Quick pass to Esdale. Esdale collects the ball. Slowly tries to beat past Jeffers, and Jeffers wins the foul using his experience, as did Lake earlier in the half.
Very good point.
4 minutes of extra time, just for the listeners out there. 4 minutes of extra time has been signaled by the fourth assistant. And Cayon find themselves in a comfortable position with a free kick to be taken in the... bit of nonsense taking place between Joey and the goalkeeper. Joey juggling the ball now. I guess, as you said, he's going to bring a bit of everything tonight. Knocks the ball dangerously to the goalkeeper, then takes it back and juggles it twice and then knocks it up the field. I'm not certain that's what his coach would have asked of him, but clearance by Simmons. He doesn't want the box, he does the exact opposite. He keeps the ball out of the Cayon box. Retrieved by Springer. Springer sends it forward. Hendrickson cuts it out, looking for Duncan. The pass is too strong for Duncan though, and not in the right direction. Mitchum tries to cut through Duncan and is one cut out eventually by Simmons, but a late foul for infringement is called on Duncan. And there we have Isaac trying to sprint forward, but is headed forward by Hendrickson. Isaac fighting amongst 2-3 players. One by Huggins. Huggins finds Hendrickson. Long ball forward by Hendrickson. Cut out by Mills. Mills heads it forward. Brong is around it. Mitchum is around it. Mitchum passes it to Duncan for whatever reason. Duncan tries to dribble back. Mitchum wins it. So I guess they both know what they're doing in the middle there. And now we have Lake with a potential shot on goal. He tries to cross it, but it's easily collected by Percival. And he can take his time now and take care of the ball for Cayon. Ball, oh my goodness gracious. No, he does not take his time. It's won by Gums. Gums now trying to do something while, oh my word. He should have made him pay, but it was not a poor decision by Gums. And Percival, it was a poor decision by him as well to try and release the player so quickly, given the fact that you're up a goal, ball in hand, time on your side, and you're trying to force the play and throwing the ball, and potentially could have caused a team in goal. Anyways, nothing happened of it. Sends the ball forward, looking for Robinson, eventually loses out to Mills. Keynes tries to find someone in the middle, but nobody's there but Butler. Butler knocks it forward. Carty now has it. Carty was trailed by Isaac. Hendrickson sends it forward looking for Robinson. Robinson tries to beat his defender, who is Springer in this instance, and Springer doesn't give much. We have Isaac now looking for Esdale in the middle. Esdale tried to do something. Oh, given a foul for what? I am not certain. But it's going to be quickly taken by Newtown. Brown in the middle. Brown looking for Keynes. Keynes stops it and gets it past Duncan. Duncan finds Lake on the right-hand side. Lake tries to cross it in. Cleared out by Hendrickson. Now we're going to get cleared out by Davis with a backward header. Robinson now finds Duncan. Duncan looks back for Robinson. And now he's being trailed by Mills. Mills now. Shields sends the ball out. And it's a throw for Cayon in what I'm assuming to be the dying minutes of this.
But this is poor play. Since the start of the 4 minutes of stoppage time, Cayon had so many opportunities to hold on to the ball, but Cayon just losing the ball. And this time they're trying a long shot. Cayon should be holding on to the ball. That's good game management, to hold on to the ball. You're in stoppage time, you have a lead, a 1-0 lead. Why lose the ball like that? Very poor game management by Cayon.
But they were able to hold out. And I'm certain no matter what our thoughts are on the last few minutes of the game, they are happy with the result. 2-1 to Cayon.
Yes, a remarkable comeback by Cayon. They were down 1-0 after a beautiful goal by Gums. And then came Raheem Davis. And he changed the game completely, giving Cayon 2 goals. The first touch of the ball, he scored a goal. And then he come back with the second one to give Cayon a 2-1 lead. And Cayon coming up with a very important win. A remarkable comeback by Cayon.
Yeah, Newtown could also blame themselves. They should be disappointed in the result. The goals were not of the highest quality, especially the second one. I thought the goalkeeper could have done a lot better in terms of keeping that one out of the back of the net. And they had the lead. Even though there was a quick interchange in the last minute of the first half, which kind of sparked things to life in this entire game, Newtown should have capitalized more on that 1-goal lead that they had. And unfortunately, Cayon was able to turn it around. And now we have an interview with the Newtown coach. Cayon assistant coach, apologies.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caravana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caravana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caravana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Yeah, welcome back here at Warner Park. We saw Cayon with a comeback in the second half to defeat Newtown 2-1. I'm joined by Essington Watts again. Watts, after a goalless first half, we saw an improvement from both sides in the second.
Yes, Cayon completed a remarkable comeback tonight, providing us with some excitement. As I said, the first half was goalless, but there was a bit of drama. But the second half was real drama. They took us on a roller coaster ride with the momentum switching from one team to the next, and it finally ended up with Cayon with the momentum and also with the lead, a 2-goal lead. But it started with a brilliant, absolutely brilliant finish by Gums to give Newtown the lead. And then Yellowman made a genius move by bringing on Raheem Davis. And Raheem Davis produced 2 goals for Cayon to give them the lead and to give them a a very well-needed win.
Yes, Newtown getting the goal initially against one of player on the counter-attack to Gums, as you said. And then Davis, probably his first touch of the game after coming out from the bench, he equalized. And then a few minutes after, he made it 2-1, giving Cayon the lead. But Cayon again, they continue to dominate games without asserting that dominance on the scoreline.
Very good. They failed to assert the dominance, and good luck, because Newtown could have got back into the game. Even in the last minute, Newtown still had a chance, and Cayon had a chance to kill the game off. And not only that, but even in stoppage time, Cayon continued to lose possession. Instead of holding on the ball and managing the game and still the game through, Cayon lost possession so many times in that 4 minutes and could have easily given away some points tonight. But luckily for them, Newtown didn't get the equalizer. But poor game management in the end by Cayon.
Yes, and Newtown eventually they went down to 10 men. We just seen the tackle there, and Champagne. But some statistics from the game: Cayon 14 shots, 5 on target. Newtown 11 shots, 2 on target, 4 fouls each. Offsides 3-0 to Cayon, 1-1 on yellow cards and 0-1 on red cards. Cayon dominated most of the statistics, as we said, but they struggled initially to make it pay, to make that dominance pay on the scoreline, but eventually found a way. What would Newtown do if they had to improve further later on in the season? They've played a few games now. Looking at the table, they've played 5 games now. They've won 1, drawn 1, and now lost 2. They've all scored 3 goals all season in 5 games. What needs to improve for them?
They would have some work to do. They said they're one of the traditional big teams, and they have dropped off a bit over the past few seasons, and they have some making up to do. Their players are young players, and they normally make mistakes, and you could see the attitude of some of the players, the mindset, too aggressive, and may just interfere with the game. But you can't take away from Cayon's performance tonight. It was a splendid performance, and this game produced so many talking points. We had a missed penalty. We had Carty hitting the post. We had a very good save by the Newtown goalkeeper in the first half. But you had a good performance by Joy. He missed the penalty, but he also produced some very good passes and helped Cayon to come back. He worked hard. He was going from box to box, and he eventually ended up in defense, protecting the back four. But a very good performance from Joy, apart from the missed penalty, and you also a good performance from Davis, who scored the 2 goals. So good game overall by Cayon. All of they provided some opportunities for some heart attacks. As I normally say, Cayon games come with health hazard warning.
Well, as Al said, Cayon is like a pack of cigarettes. It's bad for your health, but you know, sometimes it could make you feel good.
Well, tonight the cigarettes may provided may have been a stress reliever. Yes. Tonight. And I'm sure Cayon fans will be happy to see that, because Newtown is a traditional rival. It's a traditional rival. Newtown traditionally always been a bit. There has been a bit of rivalry between Newtown and Cayon. So it's good to see Cayon coming out with a win tonight, and that would do well too on team spirit. I'm sure George Yellman must be Isaac must be very happy to have won over his former teammate, that's Sadler.
Yes, but with that, that's another weekend of football in the books. Cayon moves on to 7 points. Newtown remains on 4. And earlier, remember, Olod Jones, the Eagles 7 goals to 1. Mm-hmm. So they too move on to 7 points, and with 6 points. Sorry, no 7 points. With a very healthy goal difference now. And so with that, we invite you.
Only in the week we had Connery coming back.
Yes.
It's good to see Connery coming back and scoring a win over Saddlers, who have done so well. Was on a very good run.
Yep.
So the football set up nicely. There's no sure points. The only sure points you can look at is maybe the Bay. But, but
Yes.
even Bad Village is performing well. They're conceding. They're not scoring. And once they get a good striker, they could make a big difference.
Yes, and with that, hopefully we could start our predictions soon. Having seen a few round of predictions, a few round of games, we could start our predictions. But with that, I'll be judge you. We'll all be judge you. On behalf of Essington Watts, Kenneth Bob, and Al Edwards, I'm Rashan Dixon, and we invite you back next week for another round of fixtures.